Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. So for this video, I figured I would talk all about my very favorite liquid lipstick formulas. I do have a couple from the drugstore as well as high-end. There's a pretty decent mixture of prices here, so I'm excited about that, but I just wanted to kind of sit down and talk about some of my favorite makeup products because I feel like I've been doing a lot of my makeup tutorials here, which is great, but at the same time, I love to just sit down and chat with y'all. So if you are interested in seeing what my favorite liquid lipstick formulas are, then go ahead and just keep watching. Okay, so I figured I would go ahead and start with the less expensive ones. So we're gonna start with the drugstore, and the ones that I have here, I will do swatches for you as well. So one of my favorite is the NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick. So the packaging looks like this, and they just released a couple of newer shades, but most of these shades are going to be within your nude range, which I really appreciate as a beauty vlogger because I feel like whenever it comes to liquid lipsticks, a lot of companies go for more of the vibrant, bright, kind of wacky and out there shades. And my philosophy behind that is because with lipsticks within that kind of color range, sometimes it can be hard to create a just normal lipstick formula that doesn't bleed whenever it's a super bright or pigmented color. Whereas nudes are really super easy to work with whenever you have a normal lipstick formula. Side note, I am like really sick right now, so I apologize if I'm like loopy and just out of it because I'm feeling pretty rough, but I wanted to get my videos up for y'all. So anyways, back to NYX Lingerie. So this one is in the shade Embellishment, and it's a really beautiful kind of gray purple undertone to it. It's very cool toned. This is what it looks like right here. So it's really beautiful, but what I love about this formula specifically is that it literally doesn't feel like you have anything on your lips. It's not drying at all. For me, it doesn't it feels like my lips, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to be super moisturizing to where you have like a lip balm on or something along those lines, but at the same time, it's not going to be super drying either. I feel like Anastasia liquid lipsticks, for me, now that I have other formulas in my collection, those tend to be a lot more drying, as well as some of the ColourPop formulas that I have, because it's like the much older formulas. I haven't bought a ton of their newer stuff, but I feel like this one is right in between. So it gives that really nice long-lasting wear that we're looking for. For me, like, this is going to wear a little bit towards the center of the lip if I'm eating or drinking, but it's not going to be something that wears super fast. And I will just have to touch up on the center of my lip, which is really nice. I think these are like $6.99, somewhere around there, but it's a really big tube. Like, this is, I think, pretty much the same size tube as the Anastasia. It's even a little bit taller, if y'all can see that. So that's really awesome. And like I said, you're gonna have more of the nude ranges. You're not gonna have anything that's super bright. This one over here is like the complete opposite of the first one. This is in the shade Bedtime Flirt, and it's much more of that peachy pinky nude. So you can see they all range like within the nude family, but it's really cool to see like how far they go. So if you love your nudes to be a cool tone, then this one is going to be awesome. But if you like more of that warm tone nude, then a Bedtime Flirt is definitely going to be more up your alley. So moving on to the next one, we have Flower Beauty, the Miracle Matte Lip. And this is relatively new to my collection. I think I got this a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, and I instantly fell in love. This is my favorite drugstore liquid lipstick formula of all time. This one's in the shade, where are you? Soft Berry, which is exactly what it looks like. Next to all of them, you can see it has a little bit more of a warmer undertone, so it's not like a true raspberry, because raspberries to me look a lot more cooler than this, but it's beautiful. Like, it has that really rosy tint to it. It's really pretty. This formula, whenever you put it on your lips, feels cooling. It feels like you're putting water on your lips. That's so weird to say, but I remember in my makeup tutorial, whenever I tried this on camera for the first time, it literally felt like I was putting water on my lips. So it feels really moisturizing. It's super similar to the NYX Lingerie formula in that it doesn't feel like you have anything on your lips. That's like the only way that I can describe it. It just feels like your lips are bare. Like when you first wake up and there's nothing on them, you haven't moisturized them, but they're also not dry. It feels like you are hydrated, like you drink enough water for the day and your lips are just doing pretty good. Like they're not chapped, they're not dry, they're not super moisturized and wet. So it just feels like your lips, which is awesome to me. And I love this color. I will say that in the tube, I don't know, like it just doesn't, maybe it does, but I feel like in the store at Ulta, whenever I was looking at these, it was hard for me to pick the color that I wanted because they just look different in the tube, if that makes sense. So I don't know if it's the coloring at Ulta or what's going on with the lighting there, but they just look different. So I'm glad that I ended up picking one that I really, really liked. Okay, so moving on to the more high-end formulas. I'm going to try to go in like in order of not crazy expensive to more expensive. In case you're like over it, then you can just stop watching. But next up we have the Gerard Cosmetics, and these are the Hydra Matte liquid lipsticks. And this one is in the shade Wind Down. This is my favorite vampy color for the fall and winter months. It is such a beautiful, vibrant purple wine shade. It is so freaking gorgeous. And then we have, this one is called Everything Nice, which is a really beautiful kind of deep, what am I trying to say? Like peachy nude. So this is Everything Nice right here. It definitely has that kind of brick undertone. It reminds me a lot of the Flower Beauty one, but with a little bit more like orange to it. So what I love about Gerard Cosmetics is that they run mega sales all the time. So you can get one of these. I feel like they range somewhere in the 20s normally, but you can get them for like $12 sometimes, which is awesome. And I know that they run like a ton of deals. So if you subscribe for their texting program, they'll text you exclusive deals that they have going on. So you'll get to the deal faster than other people will. Because I know that they tend to sell out a lot of their products because they do deals so much. But I love the packaging of these. I think they're really luxurious, but the actual formula is definitely one of my favorites. So for me, it's like these are the most long lasting within my collection compared to a lot of my liquid lipsticks. These will stay on my lips for a really, really, really long time. I will eat with these, drink with these, and they are going to stay put. They pass the kiss test every single time. So I love them for their long wear. And they're not super drying. Like they aren't as comfortable as like the NYX Lingerie ones, because they, like you can feel them a little bit more on your lips, but not to an uncomfortable degree. Whenever I think of liquid lipsticks, I know whenever I'm putting it on that there is that risk that I might be a little bit uncomfortable, especially if my lips are not hydrated before I go in with the liquid lipstick. So these are awesome if you're looking for something that is going to last for a really, really long time. For me, like depending on what I'm going to be wearing, I will be taking both of these to a wedding that I'm really hoping that I feel better enough to go to on this weekend. So if you need something that is going to stay with you all day, those are my go-to. And then moving on to, let me try. Okay, so 3 of these are within like kind of the same price range. So we have my all-time favorite liquid lipstick formula like ever. This is the Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick, and this one is in the shade Babe Alert. I tried to get another one of their shades like a month ago and they just didn't have the one that I wanted. So this liquid lipstick changed the game for me. This is what it looks like right here. So as you can see, they're all kind of similar within the same family, just a little bit different, you know, which is whatever. But first off, the packaging is to die for, okay? And then inside we have my favorite lip applicator of all time, like liquid lipstick, lip gloss, like everything. So it is a pointed doe foot applicator, and it actually has like a little slit in between that maintains a lot of the product. So I feel like I don't have to dip back into the tube as much whenever I'm trying to first apply that like initial layer. But this is like the easiest application ever. A lot of the time with liquid lipstick, it takes me a little bit to kind of get that initial application because you have to like line the lips, make sure everything's even. But this gets right into those crevices and it is so nice. The formula is perfection because it feels like you don't have anything on your lips. It doesn't transfer like ever. I hardly have to reapply this even after I eat and drink. So it has that long wear that I really enjoy. And it also has a touch of moussiness to it. So it's not going to be like super liquidy compared to some of the other formulas. So I'll show you. This one, it almost looks like it's clay. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Like it really sticks onto the applicator brush. Whereas let me show you another one that looks more wet. So this is the Gerard Cosmetics one. And if you can see, like there's kind of that little dollop right there of product and it looks a lot more liquidy. So I don't know what they put in this Smashbox formula, but it is amazing. Like it has just like the right amount of moussiness to it that it's not going to build up and crepe over. Like I can apply this over and over and over again whenever I'm trying to get that initial layer down, and it's not going to build up and like crack. Like a lot of the times my Anastasia liquid lipsticks kind of tend to do that whenever I put on more than one layer because it's like their consistency doesn't build well upon itself. But this one does. It's a flawless formula, you guys. Like I can't say anything bad about it, except I feel like I wish there was more in the packaging. I don't know. I just feel like compared to some of the other formulas, like it's a little guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of half the size of a lot of the other ones that I've been showing you. So that's my only complaint, is I wish that they had more in it. And I feel like this one is like 21 to 24, somewhere around there. But if you save up your Ulta points and stuff like that, you know, they carry it out Ulta. So next up we have the Bare Minerals. What is this? It's just like their liquid lipstick, but this one is in the shade Swag. Oh, it's their matte lipstick, I guess is what they call it. It is the liquid lipstick I have on right now, and then I have Rambutan lip gloss over top of it. So this is what it looks like right here. It's a really, really beautiful kind of like dusty rose shade. Really, really pretty. So I love this for everyday wear. It's a super comfortable liquid lipstick. However, you are going to get some transfer. So I had some ice cream earlier because we were outside and it was really, really hot, and it transferred onto my spoon. So that's just something to keep in mind. This is going to be a liquid lipstick that you will have to apply probably more than your other formulas, but it feels really comfortable. So if you are looking for something that if you're at work all day and you're not going to be like eating a whole lot and you only need to retouch like once or twice throughout the day, this is going to be a really nice formula for you because it's super comfortable to wear. It also feels hydrating. So it's one of those liquid lipsticks that you can go like this to your lips and it's not going to feel like you're rubbing like sandpaper together. You know what I mean? Not sandpaper, but like it still maintains a little bit of its moisture, which is why it tends to transfer more than the other formulas. But it's really nice. I highly recommend it, and their color selection is awesome if you're looking for just kind of like everyday colors. All right, next up, this is I feel like this is my favorite color nude of all time on me personally. So this is the Too Faced Melton Matte Liquified Lipstick, long wear lipstick. Liquified matte long wear. I don't know. But this is what the packaging looks like. Obviously it's Too Faced, so the packaging is going to be on point. It's a glass bottle or hard plastic, whatever. It's so freaking cute. And it has a nice long wand. And this doe foot is divoted, so where it actually maintains that product right there, it has a little divot, so it actually like conforms to the pout of your lip really nicely. And even though it's not pointed, it still does have a very like narrow wand, which I appreciate because it makes application a lot easier. I've learned, y'all, like I still really like Anastasia liquid lipsticks, but like their doe foots are huge compared to a lot of the other brands that have come out recently. So I just like how things are getting better and better within the industry. But this shade is called Cool Girl. So it's right here. This is my all-time favorite nude. If you guys can tell, I have a lot of kind of like peachy undertones in here, but this one is perfect. It's a very neutral kind of honey toned shade. I love this so much. For me personally, I can wear cool or warm tone like eye looks and face looks with this shade because it kind of goes either way for me. It's gonna pull like whatever else is on my face, so I really appreciate that. It's awesome. This formula is really similar to the Gerard Cosmetics formula in that you're going to have that really long wear. I will say that it feels a tad tight on the lips, but not drying. It's just going to make your lips feel a little like pinched, if that makes sense. So it's not like uncomfortable, but it's one of those liquid lipsticks that you put it on and you know that you have something on your lips. You know what I mean? So you kind of sacrifice that really long wear with having a little bit of discomfort on your lips. But it's not anything that is flaking off or feels excruciating, or you're like afterwards whenever you take it off you have this huge sense of relief. That's how I feel after I take off false eyelashes. It's not like that at all. It's just going to be a little less comfortable than some of the other formulas here, but this bad boy will last you a really long time. And I also love that I can wear a lip gloss over top of this and it's not going to taint my lip gloss. So I love to pair Bite Beauty Rainbow Tan or my Buxom White Russian, and those are both like very pale nude lip glosses. So whenever I put that one back into their tube, this isn't going to transfer onto my lip gloss. So I really appreciate that. If I am going for like a lip glossy wear that I want to last a long time, I will typically go for this formula right here. All right, last up we have, I'm pretty sure this is the most expensive liquid lipstick. This is the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick, and this one is in the shade Truffle, which I know is like everyone's shade. That and Stone, like everyone loves Truffle and Stone. But I'll show y'all the doe foot of this too. Let me get a little bit more product on there. So this one also has that divot to where it conforms to the pout of your lip, and then it is a little bit thinner towards the top up here. So if y'all can tell, this one definitely has a much moussier texture, very similar to the Smashbox one. This is what Truffle looks like if you guys haven't seen it on social media. So it is very warm tone. It's actually kind of similar to this one up here, which is the Gerard Cosmetics liquid lipstick. So they're actually really similar. So this is something first off, Dose of Colors is a brand that I have wanted to try and just add to my collection for the longest time. Those of you who have been around for a while have heard me talk about Dose of Colors multiple times and like just wanting to add something from them. And I will say I'm glad I did. I love the color. I think it's really beautiful. I think the formula is super nice. However, because of the price of this, I want to say this is 30 something. I could be totally high on NyQuil right now, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, like I am so out of it. But I feel like this one is pretty significantly more expensive than even the high-end liquid lipsticks that I showed you. So with that being said, I don't think the formula is worth that much money because other companies have come out with like even better formulas. So I feel like if you're going to go with one or the other, I would go with the Gerard Cosmetics Everything Nice instead of Dose of Colors Truffle, because they're very similar, just a tad bit different, like hardly. I mean, y'all can see that. It's like total dupe if you ask me. But the formula is okay. It's not like my favorite. It does last a long time. It doesn't feel too dry on the lips, but at the same time, it's kind of similar to the Melted Matte by Too Faced in that it just feels a little tight, just a little bit. But when we have Smashbox and Gerard where it's like a lot more comfortable, then I would say like you don't need this, you know what I mean? So with that being said, it still is much better than my Anastasia liquid lipsticks as well as my ColourPop. And then I have a couple of like random ones from different companies. Like I do like Kat Von D liquid lipsticks, but these are like my top favorites. These are the ones I always go for comfort more than the other ones that are in my collection. So that's going to complete my favorite liquid lipstick formula video. I had a lot of fun talking about this. I love lip products so much. You guys know that. But yeah, so side note, I just wanted to mention this to you guys because it's irritating me and I have been thinking about it all day. Like I went out with my husband, we were just walking around and I like went into the bathroom and I noticed my eyeshadow, which I do have a tutorial coming for this like glowy kind of pinky monochrome look. So y'all remember whenever I did my Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale and I was so excited about this Dose of Colors Ideal Duo. So it is a primer and loose pigment. So up top we have the primer and this one is in the shade Pretty Dusty. So it's like a really beautiful like pinky champagne color. And then inside we have kind of this white dusty, what am I trying to say? Glitter, basically, like a powder glitter. So I was so pumped to do this and to try this in my makeup tutorial. I haven't worn this on camera yet and I was like, why haven't I worn this on camera yet? Like I was so excited about this in my makeup haul, and then throughout the day, like I haven't even worn this for, I think it's been 4 hours at most that I've had this on my eyelids, and it's creasing, like in my crease. Let me zoom y'all in and see if you can see. Okay, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but there should be like a little crease where the formula is kind of like collecting towards my crease area. And if you guys can't see that on camera, I feel like it's so reflective that you can't, but if you guys can see where it just looks right there, more dense, like it's creasing so bad. And I am really freaking bitter about this because this bitch on sale was $15 for basically one eyeshadow, because you can't wear the cream without the powder because then it's just a creasy mess in of itself. And like I packed on the powder, so I know that I set the cream eyeshadow really well. So I just wanted to come on here. I hope that like the other eyeshadows in that collection are not like giving the same experience, because there's some gorgeous shades in there and I'm just really pissed off about it. I just had to vent for a second. Let me know if y'all have this. Like if I'm doing something wrong, let me know, because I really want this to work because it's a beautiful shade, as y'all can see, but at the same time, like $15 and normally it's $30 or something crazy like that. Like that's some BS if you ask me. So anyways, I'm done. I need to go lay down and like take a nap or something, but I hope that you guys have a great Monday and I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.